What are we going to do about restoration groups? We have got to get the word out
How
of
are
our
we
church.
going to tell people that we have restoration groups?
Well, when do we have restoration groups?
We have one on Tuesday night at I-240 Walker at 6:30.
6:30. Now, is food provided?
There is pizza and soda pop.
Really? So, what about childcare?
There is no childcare on Tuesday nights right now.
I thought we had a group that has childcare.
That is on Saturday nights.
Saturday. I know that group. They meet here. They meet
Right
here
at 4:15.
4:15 in
Right
our
before
childcare.
church.
Now, is there food provided at this?
There's food provided and childcare.
So, do the children get to eat?
The children get pizza too.
Well, I mean, that's a win-win, isn't it?
That's a great reason to come to restoration. What happens in restoration group that's so important?
I'll tell you what. Here's what happened to me, anyways, is life change.
Life change.
Life change. My entire life changed because of restoration.
I'll tell you what restoration groups are to me. They're just honesty, transparent love, and community.
Community. I think that's what it's all about.
You know, it's so important to really know the people you're going to church with.
You know, it feels good to be able to hang out with people and truly know who they are and not who they pretend to be.
Yeah. It's so nice to go into a room and be known and not have to hold up a mask like, hey, I'm at church, everything's great. Hey, I'm at work, I'm here to be professional.
Yeah, how many of those masks do you have?
Family, church, friends. I mean, how many masks? I don't have any masks anymore. Everybody knows who I am because of restoration
Okay,
groups.
I was just checking. Oh, because of restoration groups.
Because of restoration groups.
Restoration groups. If there were one group in our church that I would like to start with,
I would start with the restoration
groups.
We gotta get past our past, realize who we are in Christ.
That's right. It's all about Christ. And I heard that at restoration groups, that your walk with Christ becomes 10 times stronger.
Because if you don't walk on water.
This group is for you. Okay.
John, I hear you just started another restoration group style.
I did. I really did.
What is this one?
This is called Life Change for Couples. Have
For
you heard
couples?
of it? Yeah.
I have heard of it. Can you
It's-
tell me some more about it?
It's, well, at first I thought it was going to be a group that's going to help just strengthen my marriage. And it is going to do that. But as we started reading it and getting into it, it talks more about my individual walk with Christ and strengthening that before it even gets into my marriage.
Wow, so it's all about you being okay in Christ before you have to worry about your wife making you happy?
Yeah, so far so good.
Because your wife can't meet your deepest need, right? It's Christ. So this marriage group, you started it with 6 other couples,
Yeah,
and it's closed.
it's closed.
So what happens when it's done after how long?
After 13 weeks, the goal would be that someone feels moved enough that they're going to start another group.
So one of the couples from the group will start another group,
Yes.
and they'll get 5 or 6 more couples.
Yeah, and the beauty of this thing is you don't have to teach the material. The material is right there for you. And in fact, in our group, everyone is going to facilitate a week.
That's beautiful. So everybody's a part of the process.
Yeah, everybody's a part of the process. All they need is a place. My wife and I hosted at our house, but say next week, another couple will be facilitating the entire lesson.
I hear when we get the Good Fight Church building, we'll be able to have groups there too.
I plan on it, and I hope that everyone realizes this, that we're going to utilize that building until the walls fall down. Not only do we want to have restoration groups, but we want to have academic groups.
What's an academic group?
Well, academic group would be anything that someone can teach to somebody.
So kind of theology based.
It could
Bible
be theology,
study.
but Bible studies, and we're going to do a study on the book of Romans, and we have someone that is a teacher-led class.
I love that.
Hey, you know, we have restoration groups, and we've talked about academic groups. What about community groups?
We also have community groups that are starting. I'm in one with a group of men. We call it Men's Discipleship, and it's all about, we're going through a book study, learning how to become disciples that make disciples.
Well, what makes a community group?
It's a group of people with a heart for Christ, learning and growing together.
So it's about relationships.
It's all about relationships.
It's about relationships.
And
See,
learning.
I think everyone should have a community group.
I think everybody should have a community group.
I mean, I think that if I'm called to have a relationship with Christ, that means I'm called to have a relationship with other people. In relational community, there's a lot of healing that goes in there.
Definitely. You cannot do this life alone. I tried for 33 years to do things by my own will and on my own, and I just couldn't do it.
Well, how'd that work out?
I ended up here.
I ended up in a restoration group.
I ended up in a restoration group.
Restoration group.
Restoration groups are where it all starts.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
good for the church to help out the schools.
Yeah, I agree. I think that if we want to be the church, then we need to meet the needs of the people in our church.
Definitely. What else is the church here to do?
Well, this month we're going to do school supplies. What else are we doing? What?
You're supposed, it was a rhetorical question. You're supposed to exactly. That's what we're here.
Okay.
What's our outreach this month?
Oh, this month, for August anyways, we are going to have outreach for, we're going to have a school supply drive.
What do they need?
Well, they need a lot. If you have any kids in school, which I know you do. My daughter is starting school this year for the first time, and this list is like, it's like 10 pages long.
I remember those lists for elementary school.
Yeah, they need pencils, they need pens, they need notebooks, they need crayons, they need
I bet you they need
backpacks.
lots of paper and backpacks.
Yeah, paper backpacks. Basically, you could go to the school website or the district website and probably pull up the list, or you could probably just ask me. I could probably give you my list.
I think we're going to create a list.
Let's create a list, and we'll have. You know what? Let's put it. Hey, what if we put it in fellowship hall afterwards, and people could come talk to Stacy, and then drop off the materials, get the list of materials.
I think that's a great idea because if the church isn't here to help out the community, what are they here to do?
Exactly.
Cut.
What did you draw, sir?